A good man is one thing you meet him good, but a man turns great when you become the woman that makes him complete. He can live life as a mediocre good man. He can sleep on a futon and play video games all day long, but if you are a great woman, he will challenge you to the best version of himself. He will be amazing. And this is exactly what happened. And I watch him just change and I love it. And I just think, like, you know, for all the women that deal with men that peacock, it's because you're so promiscuous publicly to the world, but you don't want to initiate that privately in bed with your man. So that is ultimately a try. Like, how dare you show the world that you are this freaky, you promiscuous, you sexy, you slutty, but you can't do that for me.
Pay attention to what she said there. She said a good man, not just any bum off the street, but if you find a good man, a guy who has potential and a good heart, a good woman can turn that man into a great man. That's the power of femininity. I can't think of anything more motivational to a man than a good woman. Men jump through all kind of hoops trying to impress women. Hell, half the time when they're going out there trying to get money is so they can spend it on women. And that last point about women being promiscuous is about women giving up their power freely. It's not about slut shaming. It's about just how women like to feel special. Men like to feel special as well. And when you're out here showing your valuables to the world, it devalues it in the eyes of a man because he thought that you guys had something intimate just between you two, but now he's seeing that it's for the whole world to see.
A lot of women neglect the beauty of dating a struggling man, but that's where the foundation of trust is built. The loyalty, the commitment, because he's not trying to win you over with any money because he doesn't have it. He's going to win you over with effort, consistency, and that comes with respect. See, you only value and respect something that you had to work hard to get. He understands the sweat, the long days, the living paycheck to paycheck, the goal setting, working overtime just to take you somewhere nice, etc. That's where 90% of the time the guy with wealth falls short. He has no respect for you. He didn't put in any effort with you. He didn't have to work to build a foundation with you. He simply bought you. To him, you're just another prize on the shelf, something to pull out when he wants to play with it and throw back when he's done. That's what most wealthy men do. They buy things because they can, not because they need it. Hell, sometimes not even because they want it, just because they can. They're more intrigued with the fact that they can buy you instead of actually being intrigued with you. To him, you come at a monetary cost, and he can buy 1,000 more of you because you come a dime a dozen. You're nothing special. But with the struggling man, your love was bought with authenticity and genuineness that was built on solid ground, and that's the beauty within the struggle.
See, this is a lesson for both men and women. A big mistake that a lot of guys do is instead of choosing a wife early while they're on their journey to becoming successful, they wait until they become successful and then pick the best woman that they can find, which doesn't sound like a bad plan. But the big issue that a lot of men of wealth and status and success, the issue that they have is now they don't know if they can trust the woman because they don't know if the woman is into them for them or is it because of their money and status. Whereas if you find a woman while you are on your journey and she held you down through the tough times on your way to success, that's a woman you know you can trust. And that's something women need to realize. A man will trust you and hold you to a higher esteem if you held it down with him while he was going through the trenches. It's like that old saying, if they weren't with you at your lowest, then they don't deserve you at your best. And another thing women need to realize is effort. If a man is cash apping you, buying you flowers, taking you to expensive restaurants, that all sounds great. But if he is a millionaire, that's nothing to him. That's low effort. And he's probably doing that with other women as well. So women really need to appreciate a man who takes a woman out on a date and he spends 8 hours of his check to try to impress her versus a man who takes a woman out on an expensive date, but it's only 1 hour worth of his check. That's minimum effort for him. And again, getting with a struggling man doesn't mean you just go get some random bum off the street. You have to find a man who is already on his purpose, who is motivated and has his head on his shoulders. Because if you're trying to find the man who already has all the things figured out and already has reached his peak of success, that man is married or probably out here playing the field. At that point, the competition is too crazy. You got to catch him early. You got to find a diamond in the rough.
Give me your most controversial opinion.
Hit a girl back if she hits you. Equal rights, equal fights.
So if a girl hits a guy,
Hit her back. Make it equal.
Listen, I love to joke about equal rights and equal lefts. But all jokes aside, if a woman hits you, try your best not to hit her back. Because even though society says men and women are equal, the law won't see it like that when the cops show up. You got to learn conflict resolution. Hell, I don't even like arguing with women. But if she hits you and you got it on camera, then aim right between the eyeballs. Bah!
Like you said, you would think most women want honesty and communication, but he's right. Most women can't handle it. And I've had to be real of like, okay, I say I don't want a man who cheats, but can I handle when he comes to me with a real conversation? I don't know what it's like to be married for 20, 30 years. You don't think in 20, 30 years he gonna have an urge to cheat? Can I handle the real conversation? But you don't think I can handle the real conversation of him? Let's say he comes to me first, then he don't cheat. He comes to me and he's like, babe, I love you. I'm really having these urges. Am I prepared for that conversation? Am I gonna make it about me and make it all personal? How could you do this to me? And how could you even? He's coming to you with real problems. And you can't handle the truth, but you signed up to do life with this person? You don't even know what you're signing up for.
Listen, being with one person for the rest of your life is tough work, especially if the woman kind of lets herself go, but the man is still hitting on all cylinders. He's keeping himself fit. His job is popping. Of course, he's going to think about being with other women. That doesn't mean he's going to do it, but can you handle the conversation of a man saying, hey, look, baby, I don't find you attractive anymore, and it's hurting this relationship. Listen, it'll be great to have a man who loves you even though you put on 100 pounds and you don't dress up anymore. But in reality, that's going to bother most men. And some men never address it because they know that'll hurt the woman that they are with. Women don't want to hear that you find another woman attractive or you think this other woman is prettier. But in reality, there's always a prettier woman.
I wish women really understood nowadays how horrible we present ourselves on social media and publicly when it comes to conversations about money and men making money. It blows my mind whenever I come across a post on social media of a woman who announces her pregnancy and she's pregnant by like a rapper, like a pro athlete or something. And there are thousands of comments from women under that post saying, God, please, when is it going to be my turn? Lord, please send me my millionaire. There are whole pages on TikTok and Instagram dedicated to teaching women how to sniff out millionaires and how to sniff out men with money. I just want to know, how do we get to this place collectively as women? Not, Lord, please send me a man of values, a man of morals, a man of integrity, a man who will commit himself to me, a man who will love me, honor me, respect me, a man who will be a good example for my children, a man who will lead my family properly. No, just send me a man who's a millionaire and I'm going to figure the rest out on the back end. Imagine being a good man. Imagine being one of the men that I just described. A man who wants to find a wife, a man who is all of those things. And you go on social media and you're scrolling through the comments and this is what you see. This is what you have to choose from. This is what you see the mindset of modern women as. And then one of the most ridiculous responses to this that I've seen whenever women are challenged on these things, the response is always, well, half of the men who are worrying about it, they're broke anyway. They won't have to worry about a woman trying to use them for their money because they don't have any. That is not the point, sweetie. That's not the point. Your mentality as a woman, especially a woman who is considering having children or who has children, should not be financial status first, integrity, character second. It is so sad to me how the modern dating market and the overall tone of the modern dating market is that of entitlement.
Listen, I do think it's crazy that women prioritize money and wealth and then complain about how they can't find a good man. There's hundreds of good men out there who get passed up every single day simply because they don't drive a BMW. But one important thing I do want to touch on is that we have to learn how to separate the internet versus reality. Because I know that all those women talking about, oh, I want a rich man, oh, I want me a guy with this much money, I want me an athlete, or all this other stuff. That's not real reality. They say most of that stuff to impress their friends. I know some women who fly out guys. They're the one flying out guys, paying for the expensive vacations, but then going and lying to their friends, talking about, oh yeah, he spent money on me, he did this, he flew me out, he did all that, when it was them, the ones who were swiping the card. Women have this false idea that their value is validated by the amount of money a man spends on them. But in reality, a lot of these women are messing with some broke dudes. Because trust me, I was one of them. I ain't had no money. I was living with my mama house, driving a busted car, and out there busting cheeks. Meanwhile, they're on the internet talking about how, oh, a man gotta blow a bag on me in order for me to go out on a date with him. That ain't true. I busted it down after a trip to Burger King and a couple of shots of Tito's. But that's how the internet will lie to you. Just like women think that all guys just want IG models. Oh man, that's all y'all like. That's all y'all. Yeah, we like to look at them. We don't want to date them hoes. So we have to separate the internet versus real life. But I do think it's ridiculous that they feel like they have to put on this facade of, oh yeah, I need me a rich man. Or yeah, he gonna have to spend some bands on me. When in reality, they out here sleeping with regular schmegular dudes. Trust me, I see it all the time. They be like, oh yeah, he gonna spend money on me. But then the dude that they messing with, he working at the register. See, they don't want their friends to know that they messing with a broke dude. But girl, there ain't nothing to be ashamed about. If he's a good dude, he's a good dude. Just go ahead and embrace it. So listen, man, I just wanted to put a compilation of women spitting that real shit. Because a lot of times in the manosphere, all you have is a bunch of men bashing women, which I don't really get. I understand it can be entertaining at times. But when all you show are women acting dysfunctional, acting crazy, it kind of skews your mind and skews your view to make you think that all women are like this. So I wanted to put together a group of women who got their head on their shoulders, who know what they talking about, just to let you guys know that good women do exist out here. But that's all I got for you guys. Please let me know what you thought of the video. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you got anything out of this video, hit that like button. Disagree to disagree. I'm out.